Welcome back to the Shanti Ma podcast. Today's guest, Amritanshu Mishra, is a Brahmin from Brindavan. I just love the way that sounds. Brahmin from Brindavan. He travels all over the world sharing teachings that focus on the infinite wisdom and love that we collectively share. From karma to yoga and bhakti to Buddhism, Amritanshu believes that regardless of the path an individual takes, it is all just one universal truth. Please give a warm welcome to my dear friend, Amritanshu, also known as Lalji. Radha.
Namaste, Hari Om.
Namaste. So you said that you were visiting some sadhus yesterday and you're doing a documentary? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I love to wander, roam here and there and talk with sadhus. The place I live in is Brindavan, so a lot of people come here for their sadhanas and I love to talk with them. So yeah, this is my thing. I go, I talk with them, I shoot the videos. Sometimes shooting videos is not important, but talking with them, and getting the experience of their lives is so amazing, So yeah, I do that.
Where are the sadhus coming from, or do they live in Vrindavan?
Yeah, they come from all around the world, in fact, After reaching a certain age, like 40, 45, human mind realizes that there is nothing to attain in this, what we call material world or whatever. So, in search for the wisdom, in search for that love which is beyond death, they come here to continue their sadhana. And, when you talk to them, then only you can realize that what they have found while coming over here, rather than making assumptions that, okay, he found this or he found that. But, going there, talking with them, feeling their presence, reveal everything, everything. So, yeah.
So, can you explain what a sadhu is? Because I don't think a lot of people know what that is.
Sadhu. Sadhu, sadhana, sadhak. See, sadhana. Sadhana means practice. Sadhu means the one who's doing the practice. Sadhu, the one who is doing the practice, and sadhana. Sadhana means the practice itself. Now, what is the practice? That is the question. So, practice is like, what we are practicing right now in this moment, itself. What is it? So, this practice of attachment has been so deep within us that we are so identified with everything, especially with this body and the mind. And that is the core reason for all the suffering, thinking ourselves what we get identified with. We don't know nothing about that. What is that which identifies itself as body and mind? So knowing that which is beyond identification, that process is known as sadhana. And the one who is doing that is known as sadhu. No matter you call him Sufi, no matter you call him saint, no matter the religion where you born, that doesn't matter. The one who has started looking for the truth of universe or the truth of the self, what is the reality, from reality to the truth. Because reality is something which you can think of. Truth is not something which you can think of. Truth is that power by which you think, by which thinking happens. So truth is not something which can come into the thought process. So with reality to the truth, this practice is known as sadhana, and the one who does it is known as sadhu. So sadhu can be anywhere, in the corporate world, working somewhere, doing anything. Anyone can be sadhu. The one who is looking for his own form is the sadhu. That's a very simple definition.
You think that somebody in a corporate job would be able to find that? Like, don't you think that it would be so busy?
Why busy?
Like
In
your
fact,
mind would be so busy.
See, Baba, if you talk about truth, so you think truth is missing in the corporate world? Truth is in the heart of a person. It's not in the corporate world or in the world of jungle or forest. Truth is something which is everywhere. Truth is something which is never lacking. In fact, the problem is people don't know what they really are, and this is why they suffer in the corporate world. If they know who they are, they're going to enjoy that. They won't wait for the weekend. That, on Saturday I'm going to enjoy. My God, that's going to be so amazing. It's not like that. So their working itself, whatever they do, it becomes so auspicious, so holy that, and what to say, you enjoy that thing so much that you don't worry about the result. That what's going to come after, like I'm talking with you, and this talking itself is so amazing that I don't know that what will come out of it. Who is going to listen to it? Who is going to put their comments on it? I don't care about that. This act itself is so amazing that there is no reason to think about what will happen after that, what will be the consequence, what will be the result, what will be the fruit of karma, because karma and the fruit of karma they are one. They are not two. We see it as two because we are divided within ourselves. That's the thing. So you do some karma today and you get the result tomorrow. That's not how I see the world. You do it now and you get it now. You get angry and you suffer right in that very moment. And then you can think of the thought process that you got angry and you don't want to be angry, and you can make yourself suffer as long as you like to. That's the thing, Baba.
Acha. Okay, so can you explain to people what Vrindavan is? Because I know what Vrindavan is, but I didn't before our India. So can you explain what Vrindavan is and why it's so special?
Okay, if you want to know.
And you're born in Vrindavan, yeah?
Everyone is born in Vrindavan. The thing is, I know and you don't know. But the thing is, like, Vrindavan is not some physical place, It's that divinity which is always in you and around you, but we don't feel it because of our own busyness with the mind. So yeah, if I want to explain Vrindavan scientifically, as people want to know, okay, what is this place? What is it about? See, every place has its own vibrations and frequencies. So, you can imagine a place where thousands and millions of people have attained the truth. And when you enter in that space, and with that time, you have to understand the space-time thing. Space you enter with the body. And what the place is like is you comprehend with your mind. So space and time, they both go together as we are. But this is a place where you go beyond that. You are here, but you are not here. For example, you are talking with me, but you are not talking with me. You are seeing yourself talking with me. See, this is so simple and so difficult, but it is what it is. We cannot change it.
I feel like this is the part where I have to try to follow, because you get into your riddles and I'm like
there you miss it. The time you try to follow it, you miss it, because it is what you got to follow. It is always there. You always see yourself. There is no following in that. It is always it is like that. Whether you are sleeping, whether you are dreaming, whether you are talking, whether you are suffering, you are always watching yourself, but you don't know who is watching. When you are suffering, you feel I am suffering. When you are happy, you feel I am happy. But you don't know what is that power which is making you see that suffering and happiness. And when you see that, this suffering and happiness, they both become illusions. And illusions what? Which you created from your own self, not from the Vrindavan, but from the material heart. If you ask me about Vrindavan, so Vrindavan is in you. It's always been there in you. It will always be with you. Yesterday someone asked me, We were having a conversation and someone asked me that God can do everything. God can do everything. I said, no. There is one thing God can't do. And he was like, oh, what do you mean? What is that thing which God cannot do? I said, I know that thing. So what is that? He said, no matter what you do, what you say, what you are, God can never leave your heart. He can never do that. He is not independent in doing that. He is even here right now. No matter you believe in it or you don't believe in it. It's because of that you are believing and non-believing. So God is incapable of leaving you because He loves you so much. So he is also not, you can say He can do everything. No. He cannot do. He cannot leave me. He cannot leave you. He is not leaving any of the listeners over here. Oh my God. But we have left Him. That is something else.
So Lalji, if you had to explain what Vrindavan is as a place, well, can you explain why Vrindavan is a holy dham? Because of Krishna, and I don't think people even know who Krishna is. Like, I'm asking you these questions because I feel like a lot of people would want to know more of the physical
you want to know?
aspect of yeah.
Do you want to know? Okay, so let's start with you. So first thing, like you said, Brindavan, Krishna, and this. Okay. Place.
Prepare yourself.
Yeah, preparing. Place is preparing for itself.
Okay,
so
I'm
this
preparing
question,
to download.
what is Brindavan? See, what is Brindavan? What is Brindavan? You know, this purity, this innocence in us is Brindavan. As a place, what it is. We don't feel it in our life wherever we go. You know, like, what is this? What is the world? What is the nature? Mind is always wandering here and there, but you know, not getting like in the middle, in the equilibrium, what you call it. So this is a place where you come and sit, even if you don't know about Krishna, even if you don't know about anything. You just come here and sit. Something will happen which was in you, but you never felt. This seeking, with the seeking, when you come here with the seeking, that seeking stops. The wonder starts. One Vrindavan is there which you see with the physical eyes. And the other Vrindavan is also here, which cannot be seen with the physical eyes.
Oh, okay. So I was going to ask you, you know, there's that one place in Vrindavan, and apparently it's like a courtyard where Krishna and Radha are supposed to still be playing. And if you go in there and look, you'll go mad. Like, people will go crazy, like lose their mind. You know the place I'm talking about?
That place is known as Nidhivan.
Tell us the story.
One more place is there that is known as Seva Kunj. Nidhivan, okay, tell you the story. Tell you the story or tell you the truth?
No, tell us stories. Yeah, you can tell us the truth too, but the truth is objective or subjective. So I feel like tell us the story
both.
first.
Let me explain both, okay? The story is like, you know, Krishna who is Krishna? Okay. Who is Krishna? Our innermost is Krishna. The innermost causeless cause of the universe. The innermost causeless cause of the universe is Krishna. Okay?
And Krishna is also a Hindu god, for people who are wondering.
Yeah, that is also Hindu god. You know, I won't say Hindu god or Muslim god or Christian god, you know, or God. You know, that is something else. We'll talk about it later. But he is like, according to Hindu, I won't use Hindu, I use the word Sanatan. According to Sanatan Dharma. Because Hindu is coming from the word Indus Valley civilization. But if you go back into Sanatan Dharma itself has all the branches of the religion, like atheist and theist. Within atheist, it has got like 6 kind of philosophies. Shat Darshan, in which Buddhism is there, Makhani Goshal things are there. So they take, Sanatan Dharma is taking both the aspect, believing and non-believing. No matter you take believing is your thing, okay, go with the believing. Non-believing is your thing, okay, go with the non-believing. No matter which path you choose, but you will reach the same center, the same God, the same truth, because truth is one. No matter what path you are picking, because every path is coming from that and going in that. So even if you are atheist, doesn't matter, but there is a way, even in being an atheist, to think rationally. If you are an atheist and you think rationally, then come, we can discuss what truth is. But if you are an atheist and you say, okay, I already know there is nothing, then there is a problem. So for those who believe in Krishna, it means like the whole creation is whatever we see as matter, as prakriti, is you can say it as a gopi, me as a gopi, you as a gopi. This body is
What
made
is
up
a
of
gopi?
5. Gopi means the lover. The
What does it
lover
mean?
of
The
Krishna.
lover. The lover of Krishna.
So we
It's
all
gopi.
are the lover of Krishna. How? We all are looking for love. We all are looking for peace. We all are looking for silence. We all are looking for truth. Isn't it like that? We want that joy which is endless. Isn't it like that? What is that joy which is endless? When we don't get it, we try to find it in the limited things. And we get it, we enjoy it, then we look for another thing, another subject to enjoy. But this joy which is we are looking for, we don't know what it is. This is the eternal joy. But what is coming from the center? See, when I say the center, don't think of the center inside you or outside you. The truth is there is no center. When you talking about Krishna and Radha and Nidhivan, there is no center, and this place is like the Ras Leela, the dancing place, the dancing club of Krishna, where he's dancing with everyone, with all the gopis. So here, what the place is Nidhivan, they believe like Krishna comes here every night and does the Ras with gopis. And they close the gate by 7 o'clock. No one is allowed inside. There are a lot of monkeys, even they leave the place. And when they open the gate next morning, they see the whole bed is disturbed. Seemed like someone has come and played over here. His milk glass is empty. And then what they did, some news channel guys came, they put the camera over there to figure out what happens. Maybe some guys are doing, some people are doing some kind of thing, but they found nothing. They found out camera caught nothing. Still it was like the same, the glass was empty and the flowers was on the floor here and there, scattered on the bed. So the thing is, like, people, they still believe that Krishna comes here every night and play with the Radha. And the person who stays there, who wants to see that, and a lot of people, they wanted to see that, and they stayed there. They were sadhus. And the next morning when they were found, they were not able to speak anything. They were not able to communicate what they saw last night, and within 2-3 days, they left their body. They passed away like that.
And Radha, just to explain to people, Radha is Krishna's eternal consort.
Radha is Krishna's eternal soulmate. Okay, and Radha and Krishna, they are not two. They are one. So if you see this Sanatan philosophy, they don't say God is one. They don't say truth is one. They say it is not two. Advait, which is not two. See, when you say one, two comes on its own. 3 come, like it follows, But when you say it is not two, now your mind cannot comprehend that. What is not two? It is here, but it is not two. I am not that, you are not that, but it is there. What is that? See, it is making a see this wonder. See this wonder, oh my God. So this Krishna and Radha, if you want to understand it spiritually, what it is, Radha and Dhara. Dhara means flow, like coming out of the source, like Gangotri. Gangotri is the source of Ganges, and it starts from there. It is born there, from the Gangotri glacier, and it merges in the Ganga Sagar. So the finishing point of Ganges is the Ganga Sagar. So Ganges, the source point of Ganges is what? Gangotri. So from our center, how we are living the world, the flow of our consciousness is outside, is with the subjects, is a dhara. Flow in Sanskrit, in Hindi, you call it a dhara. It's not going towards the center, towards the selfless, centerless center, but it's going outside with the subjects. This is it. First subject, what we see? This body. Oh, wow, this is me. Second subject, what is see? Oh, this is mine, that is mine, that is mine, this is it. This is the dhara happening, the flow. When the same flow turns in, Dhara. And if you reverse the word dhara, becomes the Radha. Radha. So Radha, dhara to Radha. Then the flow, the flow of senses which was going outside on the subjects, now there are no subjects on which these energies of different senses are going out, the seeing, the touching, the hearing. No. So dhara becomes Radha, and Radha, when it becomes Radha, there is no Trishna. Trishna means desire. No Trishna. When there is no Trishna, and
Trishna?
the senses, Trishna means
Trishna?
desire. Trishna and Krishna. When senses are flowing outside, it's Trishna, desire. You want something. Huh? When there is nothing outside and it becomes, the senses, the energy of senses become one with the center. Now see what happens. It's not a theory. I'm sorry, it's not a theory. It happens now. What happens? It's happening every moment. Every moment. It's not like you have to do tapasya, penance for like 1,000 years and then something will happen. Every moment is there. Every moment is Radha Krishna. You come here or you don't come here. That does not matter. Wherever you are not missing that point. You call it Radha, you don't call it Radha. You call it Krishna, you don't call it Krishna. That does not matter. You know it or you don't know it, that is the only thing. You know it, finish. Nothing else to say. You can call it whatever you like to say. You don't know it, go wherever you like to go. Come to Nidhivan, maybe it can be a starting point for you. What you are looking for, that what this guy is talking about, I want to feel that. Come to Brindavan, go to Nidhivan. Spend some time there. The best way, what Nidhivan is to go and feel the presence over there. I am trying to explain, there is beautiful frequencies and vibrations. But don't trust me. Come over here, see that, feel the presence and realize it yourself that what is the truth.
So then how do people find that? Because, earlier we were talking about Agyan, and you were talking about the true self. So, for a lot of people who want to understand how to find their true self, like how do people find that? Because I think there's a lot of people that want that and don't know how to get there.
See, the first thing, like you said, how to find the true self. As if I feel like you are saying, I had the true self, I lost it somewhere, and now I have to again find it.
Yeah, isn't that what birth is?
So isn't it like we have to find out that where I have lost it? That's the thing. True self. Is true self something which we can lose? Now you have to think the other way. What you can lose is lie. You can never lose the truth.
But I think you can forget it. But I think you can forget it though. And so that's so how do people remember?
By forgetting everything they know.
So you mean like
how to forget?
Emptying your mind?
See, emptying the mind. It's not, see, the way I see it, the way I see the religion is like living the total life, wherever you are, whatever you do, that is not important, but you are totally there in that activity. If something is there, you are totally involved with something. If nothing is there, you are not involved with anything. This is like the totality. One has to understand, to have the clear picture, should have a clear mind. And to have a clear mind, what to do to have a clear mind. Now, this is something, we go and ask people, gurus, please, pacify my mind, or Krishna has said this, or, Ram has said this. But if you go deeply and see what Krishna has said, Krishna says, Atmana Gururatmaiva Purushasya Visheshataha. Atma is the Guru. And when I say Atma is the Guru, Atma means like the innermost. It's not the self, in fact. It's not because what do you understand when I say the word self? Myself.
Well, when you're talking about Atma, that's super soul, like the super soul, right? That exists in everyone. Is that not what Atma is?
Atma is something by which we feel the existence and non-existence both. Because of that Atma, we feel the existence and non-existence. How you can ask me, how do we feel the non-existence? Okay, Baba, when you go to deep sleep, when there are no dreams, what do you feel? You don't know where your body is and you don't know where your mind is. You are into the process of non-existence. Hana? Like you said, but then you again come up, oh, here I am. Oh, this is me. Then again, you come into the existence. Whatever you feel and you don't feel, that both happens in the Atma. So Atma is not the topic to which can come into theory. It's not a theoretical thing, because like you said, super soul. So when you say super soul, what does it mean? It means it is so expanded that everything is in the super soul. Super soul is the expansion itself and the contraction itself, within itself. So when you say this super soul, or how to quiet the mind, how to quiet the mind, how to see, that's the thing. To quiet the mind, if you see the mind is disturbed, right that moment when you see the mind is disturbed, stop right at that moment. Mind is disturbed. Don't try to do anything. Just realize mind is disturbed and you will see the magic. Mind will cool down. When you try to do something that, oh mind, you are disturbed, please calm down, please go silent, it won't do that. Because mind doesn't function like that way. Mind has a power of no. What I say, don't do this, it will accept that. For example, if I say, I'm going to tell you one mantra, I'm going to tell you Om Hanumate Namah. You have to say it 108 times and then you will be a mystic. But remember, when you say this mantra, you don't have to think of monkey. If you think of monkey, this mantra will not work. So now you try saying Om Hanumate Namah, but you don't have to think of monkey. Not happen. The time you say, monkey will come. So if you know this thing with the mind, why mind is so chaotic? Why? Because we want to change it every time. Oh, mind is disturbed. Oh, let's go silent. We don't realize that disturbance is the mind. You see, we want to have silent disturbance. What does that mean? Silence, silent disturbance? That doesn't mean anything. So we say, I want to have a silent mind. Silent mind.
Disturb. Yeah.
Huh?
But did you say silent disturbance?
Yeah. What is a silent mind? You see this fact. When silence is there a mind? When Shanti is there, where is the mind? Where is the mind in Shanti? The mind is Shanti itself. Mind and Shanti, they are no two different things. You see this conflict? Where you see Shanti is different and mind is different, and then you try to be peaceful sometime and then you say, oh, mind is active. But this is the functioning of one element itself, what we call Shanti. When Shanti talks, it becomes the mind. When it is not involved with the senses, it is the Shanti. When it sees the thing, it does on its own without thinking. See, like you asked me how people can do work efficiently in the corporate world. If you see why they are not able to work efficiently in the corporate world, again the same thing comes, the chattering mind. I have to finish this, then I have to do this, then two things are going at the same time. Neither they enjoy the work, nor they enjoy the chattering. This is the problem. Now see, if they can do the work without the mind chattering, what will be the quality of work? See, the quality of work improves.
So what I think I'm understanding from this is what you're saying is basically to be completely immersed in the moment of whatever it is that you're doing instead of thinking. And is that what you mean? Like kind of making everything you do a meditation?
Yeah. No need to do meditation. Life is meditation.
Acha baba.
No need to go anywhere for meditation. What is meditation?
Okay. You tell me.
When you completely forget yourself, you are talking, but there is no talker in you. You are listening, but there is no listener in you. You are doing things, but there is no doer in you. Then what happens? No one can blame you for anything. You won't be affected by the praise, or if someone appreciate you. Wow. Okay. Because you have not done this. This Shanti itself has done everything and is doing everything in the whole universe. There is no me, there is no you. This is no me and no you mean like as a mental framework. We exist as me and you. As a human species, we are in here. But with this human species, we got something called intellect, which questions. And when we see with the help of this intellect, we use this intellect to find who am I. We can never find it. We can never find it with the intellect, who am I. Why? Because who are you? You are that. Intellect is not needed. So try to see yourself without the intellect. Who are you?
Okay, but then I have a question for you, because you are from the Brahmin caste. You were raised like this. So for you, these are things that you understand. But for somebody over here to go into a state of non-existence, I think I've actually heard people argue will cause mental illness in some, because they get confused, and maybe they confuse the theories and the philosophies and the ideas. But I feel like that's why I'm trying to ask the right questions, so I can give people a really good grasp of what you are saying, because I think that otherwise people can maybe misunderstand.
Yes, people can misunderstand.
Because you are like, who is your dad? Like, your dad is your dad a guru? I don't even know. He's a holy man, isn't he? I mean,
No, here's a time for some lies. Okay, I was born in a Brahmin family. It's been like 350 years. This family has been, spreading knowledge all around the country. Of Vedas and Upanishad and Bhagavatam. So I was born, this man was born in this family, Brahmin family. And, just but naturally, he heard Bhagavatam and Upanishad and all other Shastras in the childhood itself. But, I couldn't understand it, what does those mean? But I memorized all the things because I was listening to them here and there. And I was also going to, Christian missionary school, so I also had this kind of, Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done. So that kind of Christian, prayer, I also learned all that. So,
you went to a Christian school?
Yeah. So,
what?
See, this is the thing. This is what God wanted, Anyway, so this is how I was raised up. Then, I had my own things in the life. I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to study this, I want to earn money, I want to do business. I did all that and nothing made sense for me. Then I came back again and said, what is this which my family is spreading, sharing with the whole world? I want to see that. Then I started reading again all these Vedas, Upanishads, and I said, okay. By reading them, I realized it's not in the books, because they themselves are saying it's not in the books. So you go and you have to find it yourself. So I started, traveling here and there, in India, meeting different kind of people in Shamshan, what you call Aghori, where you burn people, they have their own sadhanas. Then, there are different cults over here, different sampradayas over here. Like Gaudiya Sampradaya, they have their own philosophy. Ramanandi Sampradaya, they have like Visishtadvait Siddhant, Achinta Chinta Siddhant, Gaudiya philosophy. So Achinta Chinta Bhed. So many things, Shaiva Sampradaya, Shiva Sampradaya. And when I started traveling and I started experiencing so many theories, and not as a theories, but as a truth, then, something happened. And I came back to my home and then, now when I pick up the books, it just like, it has a different meaning overall, like it's not like the way I was understanding things when I was born. Some other level of understanding or knowing has happened, So,
yeah, because you lived in Australia for a while and you went to university there, didn't you?
Yeah.
And you were studying? Yeah.
I was interested in doing accounting. So I went there to do masters of accounting. I wanted to earn money. I also opened a BPO, Source Vision. So a lot of things.
What did you open?
A business processing outsource.
Okay.
It's like a call center, what do you call it? And then.
Oh, okay. So when we call from over here and we get India.
and then
outsourcing.
After traveling, to different parts of India and so much experience, so many experiences. I started, going with my dad, addressing public, giving lectures like 10,000 people, 20,000 people at a time. So I was really enjoying, but then I feel that, it's useless, talking to so many people, 20,000, 30,000 people at a time, like I had a feeling that I'm not able to express myself. Then I stopped doing the mass lectures like that, and I started giving lectures in Rishikesh on Yoga Patanjali Sutra for like a while. People who are coming to India to do yoga. So my people who think like, who really want to know what yoga is, not like what people understand with the word yoga.
No, you're teaching more of the philosophy behind
Yeah, I was teaching
less
from the
asana.
real book. Yeah, the real yoga. The real yoga means like the ancient one, the Patanjali Yoga Sutra. I'm not talking about Iyengar. I'm not talking about any other yoga form, because these are recent ones, 200 years, 300 years ago. But yoga is some, you see yoga, the first shloka of yoga. What is that? Bola yoga, atha yoga anushasanam. Now is the discipline of yoga. Now. So yoga is now. It's not in the future, it's not in the past. The second thing comes. What is that? Yoga's chitta vritti nirodha. Cessation of mind activities is yoga. You see that?
Cessation of mind is yoga. So when your mind stops, you're doing yoga.
Yeah. Tao says that whatever can be said in words cannot be a truth. Okay? In Taoism. But in yoga, whatever can be said, felt, whatever, it is not truth. The whole dimension is yoga's chitta vritti nirodha. When all the vrittis means like patterns of mind, stops. What happens after that? Tada drashtu sarupe avasthana. Then the consciousness abide with the seer, the drishta, the one, the Krishna, the Shiva, whatever you like to call it. But it's not the saying shlokas, Every shloka is taking you to the realization. The people who say, yoga is a hard way, you have to spend a lot of time, they don't know what yoga is. Because yoga is what? Bhakti yoga, karma yoga, and jnana yoga. What do you want to call? What is yoga? Yoga means merging with the
bhakti?
greater self.
Can you please explain karma yoga, bhakti yoga, and jnana yoga?
Okay. See, those people who always think, who likes to think, lost in the thoughts all the time. Jnana yoga is for them. Those people who cannot live without doing. They have to do something. I have to do this. Karma yoga is for them. And those people who feel the love, for everything, bhakti yoga is for them. Okay, so let's start with bhakti yoga or jnana yoga, karma yoga. Where I should start with?
Start with jnana.
Jnana yoga. Okay.
Jnana.
Jnana means knowledge. And here, knowledge doesn't mean information. Here, knowledge means knowing the knower. Who is the knower in you? That is, if you know that, you know everything. Because the knower in you is no different, the knower in me is no different, the knower is one. So, what is Jnana Yoga? Jnana Yoga is like, okay, I have these thoughts. I realize that these thoughts are bothering me, and these thoughts are the reason, for my depression and everything. So, what should I do? So, it comes with a organized setup that how thought functions, how thought they are born, what is the element of thought. So then they explain in the Jnana Yoga like the 5 elements. Prithvi, Jala, Teja, Vayu, Akash, what you call water, fire, ether, air, and space. Okay? So Prithvi, earth has the power of, earth gives the power of smell. Whatever you can smell, it is the power of earth. Okay? Fire gives the power of light. Whatever you can see, it is the power of fire. Okay? Listening, shabda, word itself, sound, it is the power of space, akash. Okay, it is not your power or my power, it is the power of space. Taste, this is the power of rasa, jala, water. Okay, smell, again earth. And touch, we touch things. Oh, this is smooth, this is rough, this is the power of air. Okay, So 5 elements, they have their 5 powers. Whatever you know through this body, you know this through these 5 powers. These are not your powers. These are the power of nature itself, the elements itself. Where is your power? You see, where is your power with the thought process itself? This 5 power you are getting from the 5 elements. Okay? Then you go 5 karmendriyas and 5 gyanendriyas. Karmendriyas, the source of karmendriyas, karm means like action, indriyas means like senses. So what are the karmendriyas? Talking, walking, exchange with hands, reproduction and excretion. These 5 are karmendriyas. What is the source of karmendriyas? Source of karmendriyas is prana. Prana. Okay, the vital air. Now the gyanendriyas.
Prana?
What are the prana? Yeah, you call it prana, like yoga, like prana. Okay. Now the gyanendriyas. Eyes, eyes, ear, skin, okay, tongue, okay, and breathing. These are gyanendriyas. Knowing the power. Now, all these things, the power, the source of gyanendriyas, what we call is knowledge, not prana. The source of karmendriyas is prana. The source of gyanendriyas is gyan, the knowledge. Okay, so 5 gyanendriyas and 5 karmendriyas. After that comes mana, buddhi, chitta, ahankar. So how many I have told you now? 20 till now. 5 elements, their powers, 5 gyanendriyas, 5 karmendriyas, 20. Now the 4, mana, buddhi, chitta, ahankar. Man, mind, buddhi, intellect, chitta, you can say consciousness or the place on which all these things happen, and ahankara, ego. 4 state, or you can easy to understand 4 state of minds. Okay, so what is mana? Mana is a sankalp vikalpa, the state of choices. When you are in the state of choices, or this or that, or this or that, that is mind. Okay, what is buddhi? Buddhi is the decision. When you decide, oh, I want to go with this choice. This is what buddhi is doing. Okay. Then in chitta comes the chinta. How I am going to do this? Now you have decided that you are going to work on this. How I am going to do this? How I am going to arrange the resources? What are the pros and cons and this, all that. Okay? And the last one, ahankara, ego. I have done all this. I have done the choices. I have created it. I have decided it. It's me. So this all is the fragment. This is Gyan. And now you see, when you see the whole picture, there is no you in you. In all these 24 elements, there is one thing functioning, what we call God, what we call Krishna, what we call truth, what we call pure consciousness. We call or we don't call, that does not matter. It is there. So knowing that, which is in the elements, because earth has the power of smell, but there is something in the earth which gives a power to earth to smell. Earth itself is nothing. It cannot function itself, but there is something in the earth which is making it active. There is something in the fire which is making it brighter. That thing is not different, that thing is one. And we call that one thing Atman, Baba. This is what I said. Jnana Yoga. Now Karma Yoga. So I'm just giving a short touch, Karma Yoga, okay? I have to do something, So if you see karma, I cannot live without doing, okay? So where is the problem here? If you cannot live without doing and you are doing, so be happy. You are doing what you want to live for. But no, this too much doing is, kind of pressure for me. So what should I do? So see, where is the problem coming when I'm doing? Right now, I do it for myself. I do it for my family. I do it for people I know. I do it the way I want it. This whole thing is creating a chaos. When I do it, but I don't do it for myself. See, when you love someone, and I mean really love someone, you do things to make him happy. You don't do things to make you happy. His happiness makes you happy. Isn't it like that? Or the person who loves you, he makes you happy so that he can be happy. Your happiness is his happiness. You understand? But living in the world, we realize that we cannot make anyone happy. No matter what we do for them, in the end, they say, oh man, you could have done better. You didn't do this for me. They don't see what you have done for them. What they see is like what you have not done for them. So again, this love is useless. Why? Because still we have not known that thing which is in every form. We are not loving that which is love itself. You see that. Now we do karma. We know that. Now we don't do that karma. Now who does the karma? That love does the karma. When that love does the greater self does the karma yoga. Simple. Now, third one, bhakti yoga.
Wait, hang on one second. So karma yoga, so let me just recap this. So Gyan yoga is the yoga of knowledge, and karma yoga is the yoga of service for others, selfless service. Bhakti yoga, which you're about to get into, is going to be devotional love yoga.
Wow. Okay, let me explain this bhakti, okay? People don't understand. They say bhakti means devotion. But if you see bhakti, what does bhakti means? Bhakti and vibhakti. It's a Sanskrit word. Vibhakti means which can be divided. Which can be divided further, where division is possible. Bhakti means division is not possible. No further division is possible. Now it cannot be divided anymore. It has reached that one which cannot be divided. That is bhakti. You are loving that one which cannot be divided, and this love itself makes you undivided. Takes you there in the choiceless state. You don't do anything. That love itself is taking care of you in your hands and making you see the whole world. Like you see now, oh, some Krishna Bhakt, Bhagwan is taking care of him. Oh, Prabhupada went to overseas. Oh man, he didn't have a single penny with him. But see the empire. Who did it? Prabhupada did it? With the eyes, you see that, yeah, Prabhupada did it. But ask Prabhupada, he will say Krishna did it. So Bhakti, Bhakti means like where there is no any further division possible. So like if we realize that right now we are divided. What is the cause of this division? Find out that and remove that cause. Then you enter within yourself what is called indivisibility, not individual. See, if you see individual, the word individual, it makes you feel like you are different from others. But what does this word individual mean? Indivisibility. So how individual can be different from the other if he is indivisible? Think of that. So this indivisibility is
point. No, that's a good point. That's a good point, because actually I don't know if it's oh, Baba, oh my gosh, no eating on the podcast. Stop eating. You're going to be crunching in everybody's ears here. I thought I saw you eating a second ago.
It happened, Baba. What can I do? Sorry.
It's okay. I was going to say, I don't know what it's like in India right now, but over here, there's a lot of stuff happening where everybody has become very obsessed with labeling people as being unique and different, and there's just so many different there's just so many things right now that are happening that are supposed to be politically correct. Like, everybody's very, very politically correct on what they refer to, which I see with my own knowledge that I've had from my yoga is the more you label things, the more it separates things, when technically we're all supposed to be coming from the same place and oneness, but people have become so obsessed with identifying with these labels. And I'm thinking, and then everybody's getting upset and getting heated because they were not called the right label, or we're not, everybody's just obsessed with these boxes. And I'm like, this is going against everything that I have learned through yoga and through my time in India. Like, we're all supposed to be coming from the same place. We're all supposed to be, like, regardless of gender, skin color, whatever, it doesn't matter. We're all the same, but yet people want to be different. Why do you think people in the West are so obsessed with being different? Because it's completely opposite to what you're talking about, which is about oneness.
See. It's not about people obsessed in West, or they're obsessed everywhere. Even here, the country
In India
talking
too?
about it, yeah, but they're obsessed with the religion, not knowing what it is. So people are obsessed. See, in the West, they see, okay, this guy is talking, but they cannot relate with that talking. Because see, Baba, truth is not different for East or West or North or South. So in fact, if you see, even in West, they are also looking for the same truth. Everyone is looking for the same truth. Same truth means like truth cannot be different. Truth cannot be like, oh my God. Truth, trust and truth. Trust in truth. Truth cannot be seen, but with trust, what happens? You see the manifestations of truth all around. And when you see the manifestations of truth all around, these manifestations are no more important. See, people in the West, I feel like they are very intellectual. They have this, process of thinking. So they have to see the way, like if they feel like, okay, it's not easy for them to surrender, but they want to go through rational thinking. What is it like? What is me? How these senses function. So if they get the right path, if they get the right channel to see that, then maybe they will understand it. I have seen a lot of people in the West too, like Eckhart Tolle, like Muji, these people, they talk. So it's not like the truth is limited to East only. Truth is everywhere, and they are trying their best to make people aware. But how many are awakening? Awakening or non-awakening is in the hands of the individual. I want to be awake, or if I say, hey, you have to find yourself, this is why all the suffering because of that, then that is a forceful kind of thing on you. But life itself, when life itself makes you realize that this, what all you have been dealing with, it doesn't make any sense. And I feel like people in the West, they have this sense, but very soon this sense, this thing, it changes into something else. I mean like, instead of reasoning, they go to the surrender. I am going to surrender myself. And then the surrender becomes the reasoning. I was watching one video, yesterday, one Sikh guy and one Hare Krishna devotee. Okay, and this Sikh guy, in the beginning of the video, Sikhism and this and that and Vaheguru, and then he talks with this guy, Hare Krishna guy, and he's asking who is Chaitanya, and he's asking like, who do you worship, what is your parampara, and then he's mixing it with his own thing. It clearly states that he doesn't know his own thing and he doesn't even know the other thing. See, he's talking about, okay, our Guru Vani says, Ik Omkar Satnam. And you say that Satya is only one, that is Omkar. But your Gita, you say that Krishna is God. So it means Krishna is representing God. Then other gurus are representing Krishna. So he's linking the series. He doesn't understand. If you read Gita, Krishna himself is saying that I am that Om. I am that Om. I am Om in Akshara. In words, I am the Om. I am the one who does everything. It doesn't mean like, some third party agency, but I am the one. It's the Atma itself who is doing everything, not the Jiva. So, Krishna himself, when he's saying in the Gita that I have nothing to attain in my life, still I do everything. See this sutra, you asked about Karma Yoga. I have nothing, I don't want anything, still I do everything. Now you see...
Okay, but hang on. What is Jiva? Because people don't know what Jiva is. What is Jiva?
Jiva. See, this consciousness trapped in the body known as Jiva. Consciousness identified as I and mind is known as Jiva. Very simple. Consciousness which thinks I am, which is trying to find its real Swarup is Jiva. Who am I? Who is asking this? This is Jiva. Jiva is in the body. Jiva is not the body. Jiva is in the body. Behind the senses, operating. Thinks Jiva is the Ahankara. Jiva is the ego. So this is what I say. It is a very delicate process. So when when it's been, when I'm explaining all this, you don't just have to understand the words, you have to see, what is it? And the time you see it, you don't need words. You don't need words to explain all that, Oh my God. You are, anyways, leave it.
So wait. Do you think that I would have an easier time understanding this if I was smoking charas?
See, if you think that smoking charas can give you understanding, you think that way, then why don't you try it and see it? Is it give you any understanding? See, understanding.
I feel like it gives me it can empty the mind.
It can empty the mind. Okay,
Yeah,
maybe you should try it.
It can make the mind less.
It can make the mind free. But what happens if you don't smoke it?
But the thing is that the reason why I was like asking this is because there's babas in India that is, because you were talking about the different channels and the different ways that people find God, let's say, and it doesn't matter how somebody finds it, it's all kind of going to the same place, just a different channel. And so some of the babas in India, that's what they do. They smoke hash, and that is their way. That is a way, right?
See, the thing is like, it's different. See, those who are smoking all this, they are following Gorakhnath. And Gorakhnath was realized, Gorakhnath was realized. I realized people is smoking, and then you think, okay, then I think that, okay, if I smoke, I'll also get realized. That is the problem, with all this mind understanding. The thing is like, for example, Jesus was crucified, and he became a Christ. So it doesn't mean you will crucify anyone, he will become a Christ. For example, right. Ghalib, one of the great poet of Arab, he's writing, he's drinking and, writing so many beautiful poems about God and this thing. It doesn't mean that you will drink and you will become that poet. It's not smoking, it's not hash, it's not all these subjects which is making you that. In fact, when you do all this, you get in touch of your self thing, You realize in a moment, and there is no, how to say, there is no conflict in that. For example, you love to dance. And when you love to dance, you smoke and you hear a music, you don't have to think that you have to dance. Body connects and it starts, You go to a show in a club and you see someone is performing, you just catch the rhythm and you join the club, There is no saying in that, I have to dance, I'm going there. So we think so much that I'm going there, so I have to do this, I have to plan this, I have to do this. We don't realize when we see everything with totality, action comes out of that. For example, you are driving a car at 12 o'clock at night, and suddenly you see a big truck coming over. Within a fraction of a second, you save yourself, you steer around the left and you save yourself. So, oh God, thank God I survived. But what happened in that moment? Your total action, you see the truck, you see everything, your total action, your total seeing takes the total action. And you are saved. So wow, I got saved by centimeters. But what happened in that fraction of a second? You became in the act of total seeing, which created, oh my God, God saved me. See? So this total seeing is the God. But we become total when we are in danger. Before that, we are not total. So we love danger. We love, So this is what adventure is all about. People knowingly, not knowingly, no matter they smoke or they don't smoke, they drink or they don't drink. But if they feel like by drinking they can get realized, by smoking they can get realized, I don't know, maybe it can happen. I don't want to comment on that. Because anything can happen in the God's world.
So then, you're talking about realization and self-realization. And I know a lot of people refer to being awake or being woke, which this word woke is makes it's why do people have to make popular trendy words? But anyways, to get woke, people will know what I'm talking about. So this self-realization, how do people realize the self? Because the mind is so busy, and I think that there has to be a certain amount of silencing. Like you're saying, yoga is cessation of mind. Okay, so I need to need to liberate my mind from the chaos, but we are so intellectual. We are always in a state of thinking. We're also in a state of hurrying from point A to point B. Like, we're in the moment and we're also in 10 other places because there's just so much going on. So like, how do people become self-realized? How do people become awake to their true self, like you were saying, when we're at the most in environments that keep us so busy? Like, do we need to come to India? Do we need to go to a retreat? Do we need to go out into the woods? Like, how can people do this? Because I think this is what people want to know.
How can we do it? How can I find my own self? See, one thing people have to understand. When the question arises in me, how can I find myself? This question arises in me. I don't have to go and ask someone else to tell me who I am. Don't go to anyone to know who you are. If you understand this, at least you are free from one take. That someone is going to tell you who you are. You have to take...
So don't go looking for a guru.
No, never.
Yeah.
See, even if you see this fact of guru is not something which you think like you are making guru. But if you see clearly, it's your inside. If it accepts that person, then only you will make him his guru. If you don't accept it, you will not make him your guru. Why? So who is the real guru? The inside or the outside? You see, the guru is not a form. The guru is not a body. It's in the body, but it's not the body. It's in everybody. Trees can be a guru. Winds can be guru. Huh? All these rivers are gurus. Huh? See, if you see in Bhagavatam, there is one avatar known as Dattatreya, and he is the mixture of Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, the three trinity of Sanatana Dharma.
Who?
Brahma,
Who is
Vishnu, Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh. Brahma, the birth, Vishnu, the life, and Shiva, the death. Okay?
Gotcha. So that's like the Trinity almost in Christianity.
Yeah.
The Holy Trinity.
Yeah. So if you go into the Sankhya, into the Gyan Yoga, it becomes Sat, Raj, and Tam gunas. Now this is a different topic to discuss. So this Trinity,
Sattva, Raja, Tamas.
Yes, sir. So if you see, so Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh, this Trinity, one who is creating, the one who is operating, and the one who is destroying. See, so when you see like there is no temple of Brahma all around the world. Why? Because Brahma work is done after giving birth. Now Brahma has no role. Once you are conceived in the womb, now Brahma has gone. Now it's Vishnu. If you see Vishnu is in the ocean, on the Sheshnag, enjoying. Same way, a baby in the womb is in the Vishnu form. From his navel, the Brahma is coming out and enjoying, And then he comes out of the womb, and then he sees the world. He becomes the part of this world, this Maya, what is flowing around, and then he starts finding himself. You see this whole thing. Then he starts finding himself because of the conditioning that you have to know yourself. Then he starts seeing who am I, and he becomes the trap of this illusion itself, of this Maya, which was here.
And Maya is the trap. Maya is the trap and the
Maya means don't say illusion. Maya, you can say deeply conditioned minds.
Maya. And this is the Maya was the energy, just to make sure I understand this properly. Maya is the illusion that was created by, I guess, whatever you want to call it, God or the creator. Am I understanding that right? That Maya is this illusion?
See, Maya, see, there are so many meanings of this word Maya. Maya means which can be measured, which can come into measure. Okay? One of the meaning of Maya is this. And the other meaning of Maya, Ma in Sanskrit means no. And Ya means is, which is not. That is Maya. So if you see, when I see the world with this identity of me, with this self-projected identity, then I am in the Maya.
Maya is that which is not.
I see the world with what? With this self-thought of Amritanshu. This thought Amritanshu is observing the whole world, not me. This thought Amritanshu, that is the Maya. This thought Amritanshu is feeling bad. This thought Amritanshu is feeling good. This thought Amritanshu feels like it is trapped. This thought of Amritanshu feels like he will be liberated once. This is the thought, nothing more than that. And thought is limited. Once we realize
Thought
this...
is limited?
Limited. Why? It's coming from the past. It can go into the future, but it is limited. You see itself. When you see things, how do you see things? You see things with a self-projected thought of you on you. Now, if you remove that self-projected thought from you, and what do you have to do to remove that? You see it. You don't have to do anything to remove that. This thought that I am watching, it is coming. It is coming in me and I see with that thought. And when it comes, I don't entertain this thought that I am seeing. Seeing is there. The seeing is there. This watching is there. Then you see that happens, that you are seeing but you are not seeing. You are talking but you are not talking. You are eating but you are not eating. What do I mean you are eating and you are not eating? You are drinking but you are not drinking. See, when you get thirsty, okay, you want to drink water, okay, don't drink water for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, let time pass by, and after 1 hour you will see your body is getting up, going towards the refrigerator, taking the water out and drinking it, and you are just watching your body doing that. Have you ever tried it? But you say, I drink water. This body needs water, and when it needs water, it drinks it. Same way, like why there is so much chaos on the name of truth and realization? Baba, see, let me tell you, no one is looking for realization. Let me be frank, east or west, forget about it. No one is looking for realization. 1 in a million is looking for realization, and that one is getting it. It's very simple. It's very simple, Baba. Nothing else than that. If you're looking for realization, you will get it. If you are not getting it, realize you are not looking for it. That's it. The way I see it, the way I experience it. Maybe someone can help you with the approach. That's it. And you consider that person a guru, that is something else. But guru means that state where is no division. Where is no me and no you. If you see this, guru is the one who destroys your ego, who destroys your I. Why? We are talking about Maya. Why this Maya? The biggest Maya is this I. Okay? So this I, this you and he and she and them, they are all connected with this I. Okay? So when this I goes down, the you will automatically go down. He, she, them all will go down. You see it. When this I will go down, you cannot stand. Because you stand with the connection with the I. Then I is down, you is down. And in the name of bhakti, love, like you, only you are there. If you say only you are there, then after some time, you also drops. Because you cannot stand without the support of I. You see what I mean? I say, my God, my God. As long as I say my God, I don't know it. The time my God drops, the real God appears. On which I was projecting my God. You see, it's so simple and it's so difficult. Why? Because Baba, as being a human, we don't like to do easy things and simple things. We like to do difficult things, because there is enjoyment of ego in that. I have done this, I have climbed the Mount Everest, I have done this sadhana, I know that trata, go and sit, and Krishna says something else and people understand something else. Guru Vani says something else and people understand something else. And Christ says something else and people understand something else. Zarathustra says something else and people have made their own theories. So it's not like what they have said, you are understanding what they have said. No, you are understanding what people are telling you. So if you want to know the scriptures, go lift them up, read them. And if you feel like you are not understanding something, you can talk with me. As far as related to Sanskrit and Hindi, the Latin one you have to go to Italy.
So Maya is a projection of the mind. And in order to liberate or self-realize, you have to figure out a way to stop identifying and projecting. Am I understanding that right? I'm dumbing this down. Everything you said, I'm trying to dumb down.
That's good. Okay. Nahi, Baba. See,
I'm trying to follow, but
see, Baba. If you understand me, it's like when you realize something bad in you, you don't have to do good to remove that bad. You
Okay.
take out that
you
bad.
just need to
and
realize
good is-
it.
Yeah, and you won't do it, and good is happening after that. If there is something bad in you and you see it is bad, right in that moment it is bad and it is bringing suffering, you drop it. And
But what
you
about
don't
for
have to.
people who don't realize, though? What if people don't know something is bad? What if people don't see that? Because that's the thing. Some people don't. They might experience something and not know what is inside of them, and they might not know that that thing is what's causing them suffering.
No,
So how do
Baba,
people?
it's not.
How do people?
The way I see it, like I see it like no one can deny that thing. No one can deny that thing, whether he is a theist or atheist. But this energy, infinite energy in them, no one can. They know it or they don't know it. That is something else. But people who are doing business on these meditations and all that, that is something else. I'm not talking about that. Truth is a very simple thing, and it can take ages. And it can happen even right now in this moment. Maybe someone is listening and this was a thing. Oh, it was so small. It was so small.
You're welcome.
I couldn't see the small thing because I was focusing at the larger things. I should do this. But I didn't see that the small change can transform the whole result. So that's the thing. We are looking for great changes in us. We are not looking
how
for
did
that
you wake
small
up?
fault. How did I
So
wake
how
up?
did you wake up? Yeah, how did you wake up? Because I know that you for some time, like you said you didn't want to get married, you didn't want to have kids, and now you're married, now you have a son. I
Yeah.
remember you for some time, like, you were kind of trying to figure things out, and I remember you were struggling with some things. So how did you do it? How did you wake up, and how did you
Baba,
realize those things in yourself?
I
How did
woke
you
up,
get woke?
I
How?
woke up a time when I realized that I was sleeping.
How?
If I can fool myself that I am awake, I am awake, I am awake. My eyes are closed, but I'm saying I am awake, I am awake. That is just see how you're asking thing how I got awake. That's the question itself is wrong. The I cannot be awake. As long as I is there, there is no awakening. I means like I as a fraction, as an individual. So if you think I have I and I got awake, so Baba, nahin, there is nothing to awake. In fact, as long as I is there, there is no awakement. Because this I was born and this I is going to die. So how I can be awake? And how do I got awake? See, the thing is like how I got awake, I'm sharing it with you. That this awakening is so simple and so easy that you don't have to do anything for that. It is flowing in the air. Just breathe it, man. I was not. Now you can ask me why I was not getting awake. That is a better question to ask. What were the things which was blocking my awakening? So that I can
What were the
discuss.
things that what were the things that were blocking you? Because was it anger? Was it things in yourself that you didn't like, or maybe some resistance towards the things that you were brought up in, that maybe you were rebelling against? Like, what was it?
Blessing, Mama. Blessing. But okay, I'll tell you how and what happened. The first block was in my realization was I wanted to get realized. Because I tried everything. I did business, I did job, I lectured people, in the seminar, everything. So I had this thing, I have to be realized. So this was the first thing which was blocking me, like taking myself that I have to be realized. I am not, because when I say I have to be realized, I accept the fact that I am not realized in this moment. And my journey starts from the not realizing factor. And it can never take me to the realization. You see the connectivity. I am starting that I want to be realized. I want to be enlightened. I want to know myself. I want to know the truth. It means in this moment I have accepted I am not realized. I don't know the truth. So I have to find it. This is why I'm suffering. You see, from this thing I am searching. I am seeking for this, from this that I am not realized. So from this, how I can get to the realization. So this was the biggest factor. Seeking realization was the biggest block.
Okay.
But it came, let me finish it. It came because I seeked so much. Then
you what?
I was seeking so much.
Oh, okay.
I had seeked, I was seeking here, maybe here, maybe in the with this Baba, maybe with that Baba, maybe he will tell me, okay, I'll do sadhana. I was seeking too much. That seeking itself told that seeking is not required. So if you are seeking, seek completely at least. So realization, I feel like, Baba, realization is not something. See, okay, psychological time is there. See, we all are living in the psychological time. That is not. No. What is time? If I ask you, what is time? What answer are you going to give me? Forget about God, forget about truth.
You tell me what time is.
So maybe we have
You tell me what time is, mister. Mister.
Time. If I say time is constant, would you believe me?
Okay, so here's the thing. This is actually really funny because in India, I noticed that time is something, maybe not in all of India, but I mean, in a lot of the places that I was, time is sort of a loose kind of malleable, flexible concept. Whereas here, if you are 2 minutes late from the time agreed on, you are late, and people are getting upset. Whereas, I mean, I remember when I wanted to get a SIM card for my phone in Delhi, when I was with you and Anna and Lokesh, and I was like, okay, I want to get a SIM card. You're like, okay, today. And I'm like, okay, perfect. And then today comes and goes, and okay, tomorrow, and then tomorrow comes and goes, and then okay, tomorrow, and so like you guys have like a different sort of relaxed vibe around time, whereas like I've come to accept that, and I just don't have. I drop my sense of expectation over time when I'm in India, which is kind of nice, but here is so rigid. Like people are so rigid with time. So like why is it so different? Why, like, what is the difference? Are you guys just more relaxed over there than over here, or what?
I don't know about these guys or those guys, but simple. See, I see the same time. I don't see any difference, because here people are using it in a different way. There people are using it in a different way. But both are caught in the same time phase. Here people say, okay, if not in this birth time, I'll get in the next birth time. Okay? But because there is no death, I'll keep on, getting born because of the Sanatana Dharma stuff. But in Christianity, if you see, there is no resurrection, there is no rebirth. So whatever you have to do it in this lifetime. So your time is like that. So rigid, because you don't have another lifetime. Whatever you have to do, you have to finish it in this lifetime. Believing in this concept, you do that. Here, people believe in that concept, that there is infinite lives, no matter, if not in this life, then in another life. So they are stuck with this time concept. But both are stuck with the time concept. If you see it clearly, both are here. People are not doing anything because, Paramatma, God will do. Here, people are doing so much that they are so much irritated that they want to come out of this. So both are stuck in the same time zone, Baba. So if you're talking about time, so if you see this Einstein theory, time-spacious theory, that body lives in the space and mind lives in the time, both the things. So, and both are connected. When you are happy, the quality of time is different. When you are sad, when you are suffering, the time is different. So it's not about India or it's not about Canada. It's about the person itself. When a person is happy, the time flies away. When the person is sad, you are going to see someone in the hospital. Oh my God, why time is not passing? You are waiting for an interview. Oh, Bhagwan. So like that, So time is not
Here, West and East is not about East and West time. It's all about knowing the psychological time in which we travel within ourselves. Why we suffer? We suffer either because of future or because of past. What is that? What is that you see? Past is not there in this moment right now, but I'm suffering. Why? Because I'm recalling that and I'm thinking that it could have been better, why it happened to me, and I'm suffering because of that. But in reality, there is no such past. In truth, the past has already happened, it has passed away. But what I'm doing, I'm clinging to that past. I'm holding on to that past. I'm saying, no, 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 no. This is why I'm crying. What has passed, I'm trying to hold that. This is why I'm crying. What has not come, I'm trying to enjoy that. This is what is wrong, Baba. This is what, if you see this web of time, of the past and the future, the psychological time I'm talking about, coming out of the psychological time, and then see the things. This is what I mean about. I didn't mean like India or Canada or America. Everyone is caught in time in their own head, and one has to free themselves from the psychological time. Then only you can touch that thing of what you are. So I feel like that.
Okay. So let me ask you a question, because we're talking about time here, and we're already like an hour and 20 minutes in, so I want to like wrap it up fairly soon. But I wanted to ask you, what changed your mind about becoming a husband and a father? Because I know, you know, that's been something. Has that been a part of your awakening?
See, I thought I got realized. Let me make it very simple. I thought, 5 years ago I realized that nothing can disturb my happiness. And then this beautiful woman came into my life, who is my wife now. And because of her, I realized that I was wrong. I have not realized anything.
Oh, what a good woman. Every good woman teaches the man that he knows nothing. Just kidding.
Yeah. Nate, you are right. If man is ready to learn, woman is teaching. If woman is ready to learn, man is teaching. But there should be learning. So yeah, there was a learning. Yeah.
Both ways.
So
learning both ways.
So both ways. So if the other is not in the mode of learning, I should not stop my learning. That is also a thing. If my wife doesn't want to understand me, so there should be no nothing like that. Okay, I am understanding, that is more than enough. There is no force that I have understood, so you also have that. I have realized it, so you also have to realize it. No, my wife is amazing, if you talk with her. I told you, I didn't get married. Everything is planned, I'm enjoying that. You said how my mind changed. Man, I gave the mind already. There is no mind, there is no psychological, it is happening. You won't believe. My wife comes to me like, we see each other 3 months in a year. Sometimes I go there, sometimes she comes over here. This is like a marriage we have. And there is, oh my God, why I'm explaining all this? This is what needed, but this is a very nice friendship relationship between me and my wife, and between everyone I have in my family, and between this Shanti Devi also. She is also very good friend of mine. So this quality of friendship is so amazing. If we can just develop this friendship thing in us. Maitre, what Buddha, even Patanjali says, Maitre Karuna Mudito Pekshanam. You asked me about the mind thing, so let me finish it with this. Maitri means friendship. Karuna means compassion. Mudita means happiness. And Upeksha means like ignoring. Ignoring means like you are not even wasting your energy in ignoring that thing. Okay? So these 4 things. On what? Bole Sukha, Dukha, Punya, Apunya. Okay? Sukh means happy people, with them Maitri. Be friend with the happy people. Now let me tell you, happy people means like the state of mind in that person. A person can be happy right now, and after 1 hour he can be sad. A person who is happy, friendship. A person who is suffering, dukha, suffering, karuna, compassion. What is compassion? What is passion? When there is I in me, then there is passion. I want to do this. When this I dissolves in the passion, passion turns into compassion. Compassion means passion is for one thing, compassion is for all. Very simple. So, karuna to the suffering people. Punya means good deeds. Good deeds. Be happy, enjoy with those people who are doing good. And upeksha, people who are doing bad, ignore them completely. Ignore in such a way that don't feel like you are ignoring them. Don't let them feel that you are ignoring them, because they can again bring up argument with that. Why are you ignoring us? So ignore it with a smile. Tika, you are right. So if you have these 4 things, life will be very happy. Be friendly with the happy people. Compassion those who are suffering. Expand with the virtue. And ignore the bad deeds. Ignore in a way that there is no ignoring even. Because when you ignore, you also give attention, but ignoring in such a way that you don't even feel that you are ignoring. It's not important to give attention to. Simple. Hai na, Baba? So that's the thing. That's it, Baba. And I feel like when we have a spiritual kind of background discussion with anyone, the probing is very important. And in this probing, we should remove who, where, and which. The question should be how, what, and why. Because who, not important. Where, not important. Which one, not important. How, that is important. What, that is important. And why, that is important. So, if we can change our probing, we can get all the answers within our own self. So change the probing. Don't ask where it happened. Don't ask who did that. How it should be. Why Krishna did it? Oh, how can I get the Krishna? Oh, that's the thing. Where is Nidhivan? No. How can I get to Nidhivan? That should be the question. Where is Vrindavan? No, I am going to Vrindavan. How can I reach? Why I should go to Vrindavan? What I should do in Vrindavan? That is much better. Where is Vrindavan? That is not important. You do the thing and Vrindavan will appear from your heart and you will see it everywhere. It's very simple, Baba. It was very nice talking with you, Baba.
Yeah, nice chatting with you too. I guess we'll wrap it up. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast. And
yeah, Baba, thank you. May all be happy. Sarve bhavantu sukhina. Enjoy, Baba. And all you guys, drop this idea of realization, man. See, you are so realized that you are not realized. This itself is a realization. It's so amazing, man. Come on. One guy told me once that, oh, I know that I don't know. And then he looked at me. I said, oh my God, but I don't know what I know. So guys, you don't know what you know. That's your wonder. It's all in your heart, It's not like you know what you don't know. No, you don't know what you know. See that. Thank you. Enjoy. Live happily.
Thank you.
Hari Om.
Thank you. Radhe Shyam.
Radhe Krishna. Hari Hari.
Hari Om. Well, that concludes today's show. Thanks for joining us for another episode of the Shantima podcast. I'd like to take a few moments to praise Govinda Music for giving me that epic intro song that you guys heard at the beginning. If you haven't already, go check out Govinda. You can find his music on iTunes, SoundCloud, Spotify, YouTube, Bandcamp. His music is amazing. You guys got to go and check it out. If you liked that intro song, trust me, there is so many other epic, bassy, sexy, spiritual, vibey beats that he's laid down. So go and check it out. Thanks for joining. Bye.